Traditionally, the payment of a bride price has been the responsibility of the man and his family. Today, the trend seems to be changing, and women are increasingly helping in this for various reasons. The question we are asking is it right for a woman to provide money for her man or fiancé to pay her own dowry or a bride price and hand over the money to the fiancé to go to the family and say, this is money to the dowry for my wife? Or let's twist the question around this way. Should a woman help her man or assist a man in paying her own bride price? The program is Turn Up. Stay with us. It's always my pleasure to be with you. The program is Turn Up, a program that seeks to empower women and the girl or child. Our slogan for 2019 is empower a woman's change the world. It means that if you empower a woman, you're changing the world, and 70% of the world's poor are women and girls. We are on a mission to change that, and we are calling on communities and our government to invest in poor women and help them change their lives. The program is on Canal de English. We are broadcasting in Douala, Cameroon. If you want to send your reactions, you can send on the number you're seeing on your TV screens. You can equally watch our past editions on YouTube. You just need to type D Maureen Turn Up, and you have all our past editions. Right now, I want us to watch the team. We are setting the piece. We'll be right back after the jingle. Now, I want us to start by setting the piece with the teaser. We'll be right back after watching this. The practice of bride price payments has since medieval times remains a fixture in many a union between a man and a woman. Most societies, the groom pays the bride price to the bride's family as a token appreciation, as a compensation to them for losing their daughter. Normally, after lengthy negotiation between the two families, the groom's father would pay the bride price in the form of cattle to the bride's father. But these days, probably owing to the hard economic times, the woman steps in to wipe shame in the face of her family. Many parents are in turn looking at the bride price payment as a source of income. Today's edition of Turn Up throws more light on the phenomenon of women paying their own bride price. Just stay tuned. And right here with us in the studio, we have beautiful women with fine brains as usual. We also have a man. You know, I always see women are partners to men, or men are partners to women. The two go together. So right very close to me, it's time for us to know who our guests are. We have Patience Akenji, human rights consultant.
Yes, Maureen. Hi, nice meeting you again.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
2019.
2019.
You have set goals already as a woman, and do you intend empowering other women? How do you intend to do that?
That has always been my goal, trying to empower women. You know, because more often than not, we women, we just want to sit back on our laurels. But it's something that we have to keep going with.
All right.
And just like you said, men are our partners. We are not saying you should shun the men. We go along with the men.
All right.
Because with the man, we can be stronger.
All right. We also have Laura Micah. She is a nurse. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Now you look smart and beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Now, as a nurse, what are the challenges and what are your set goals for 2019?
Well, as a nurse, there are always challenges. First of all, seeing depreciated mines every day and trying to build it up. It goes along with your work, though, my sister. So there are always challenges, but we always meet up with.
All right, let's get back to the theme of the day, and we're talking about a dowry, bride price. Should a woman contribute or assist a man in paying her own bride price? Now, it's open for discussion, but I want us to start with the definition. We'll talk about bride price or dowry. What does it entail?
You know, when I think of bride price, the first thing that comes to mind is bride, paying for a bride, paying to get a bride.
Okay.
But I think traditionally, this basically it was just a token. A token which can be financial, a token which can be, you know, in goods given by the groom or the groom's family to the bride's family. You know, it's not actually an exchange of their daughter, but you know, it's like an acceptance. You have accepted to give us your daughter as a wife, and so we just want to say thank you. It's a kind of a token.
All right. Now, when we talk about this bride price, when you look at society today, do you see men actually paying his bride price or respecting that tradition to like pay the dowry of their wives?
See, you know, there's so much.
Or do you think men are reluctant today doing that?
There's so much adulteration in tradition these days, and most men don't even know what tradition is. So when they go out of, you know, when they want it to suit them, they try to look for reasons why they shouldn't do exactly what they are supposed to do. So most of the men who don't know what they are doing, I would like to put it like that, because I'm one of those people who believe if you are doing something traditional, do it traditional.
Okay.
If you want to do something which is not traditional, then totally go out of it. Don't mix it up. Don't adulterate it.
Okay.
And I must agree that most men nowadays are shunning away from paying bride price, or they are trying to trick their women to help them pay that bride price. How right is that?
Now, Lauren, I want to ask this. Do you see women these days like living with a man, and the man, traditionally, she's not known?
Well, normally it's not right, but given the fact that today tradition is really not tradition again nowadays, it's happening. It's happening.
Now, the fact that you live with a man and the man has not paid your bride, is that marriage? You consider it?
It's not marriage, but it is happening. Let's face facts.
Okay.
Yeah, because nowadays.
But you have hopes that the man might eventually see your parents one day.
Yes, you will live in hopes. Even before going in, he will always give you hopes. Just come when I'm ready. I'll go see your parents, and then you keep living until.
All right. Now,
yeah.
the question we are asking today: is it right for a woman to assist the man in paying the dowry? Will you do that?
Well, it will all depend on you, on the situation.
Will you do that? Yes or no?
Yes and no. Let me tell you why yes and no. It depends on the situation in which you are living or in which you meet your man. Now, if I meet my man, he has got nothing, and maybe I love him and I want to be with him, because like we say, a woman has got just 3 days. The day you're born, tomorrow you shine, and the next day you're finished. And I wouldn't want to be finished in my parents' house. So now, if I've agreed to
it's about desperation.
No, it's not about desperation. No, there is love and trust, and there is desperation. Okay, maybe because I say a woman would finish, that's just reality, you know. But if I see my man, I'm talking for myself now, and I'm talking about things, I'm seeing it happening. If I see a man, I love this man. He's got no money, not because he does not want to pay. And I feel that we can build our life together, and tomorrow he can pay.
You work the money and give to him.
Not like he. Okay, fortunately,
is that what you
fortunately, where I come from, bride price is not that way. When you meet your friend, let me say your friend because he's not yet a man, it's your man when he pays that bride price. You take this man to your parents, mom, dad, this is my friend, And then this is what they do. If this man maybe goes with, say, a 10,000 francs or whatever thing he wants to give them, or crates of beer, whatever things he brings, at the end of the day, this is just his first meeting with your parents. You know, they will give him back.
That's what we call the knock door.
The knock door. That's what we call the knock door. They will give him back 100 francs. We are buying these your items. Now go back with your wife. Prepare yourself, and then you come back for the bride price. This can take as long as you, the girl, and your husband want it to be. Like, if you're not ready, you're not forced to come. And then I was curious, and I asked my mom, why is it that traditionally they don't impose men in our culture to do this, that? Because I see different cultures.
You are from what tribe?
I'm from Sok.
Okay.
I'm coming from Sok. I'm a proud Sok daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back to that now. Akenji, now, do you agree with her when she says she's going to assist a man in paying her own bride price?
Maureen, no.
But we're going to come to you.
No, I'm not going to assist my man in paying the bride price. It doesn't matter.
Which means you're rejecting the fact that a woman should not?
No, that's the one thing you should do to show me respect. That's the one thing you should do to follow the culture. I mean, I can do any other thing.
So culture says a man should pay it.
The man, or normally, is the family of the man should do it. So if you don't have, of course, and I know you don't have, which normally I'm not even supposed to know before then, meet your family, borrow from your friends, do anything to pay my bride price.
Okay.
I'm not going to assist to pay my bride price. I can assist in the wedding, but forget it. You want to get married to me, you pay my bride price.
Okay.
Okay, when I say assist your man in paying your bride price, it doesn't really mean you're giving the man money to go and pay your bride price. Okay, for example, you've gone with your man, he does not have, and then tradition says pay the bride price. And then you say, you put pressure on that man. Maybe he's got just 100,000 in his account. He removes that 100,000 because your tradition says pay the bride price. He gives it to your family. Then you would come back. You cannot eat. That's why there is a need for him to go and knock the door. Like I said, I asked my mom why, and she told me, we cannot force a man to remove all his money and then he goes back and then he starts with you.
Here we're talking about exorbitant bride price.
Sure, and
but
like
the question is that can you raise money? You are with a man in a house, or the man has intentions to get married to you. You're fiancé, and he tells you, I don't have money to go and pay your bride price. And you go behind, you work the money, is 500, 1 million, you come and give him to go and pay your bride price.
Traditionally, it is not right, but let me tell you something, Sister Maureen. When you are with a man in the house, this thing is happening in your house, inside your bedroom. Nobody knows what you discuss.
So it's a secret between the two of you?
It's the secret between you and the man, because it's centered around love and trust. When you live with the man, you know, and you can trust the man. When you talk with somebody like on daily basis, you know if this man is for real or not. Now he's maybe trying, and you see that he's blocked somewhere, and this is your life partner. You cannot send him out to go steal or borrow, and then tomorrow maybe it comes back to you. If you have the means to say, okay, this is where you are blocked, they block it, and then tomorrow, you know, even if he doesn't give back, he is your husband. No, so
okay, is it out of desperation that women do that?
Nobody will know outside. I will help you.
You've been with this man, and you have kids, and you're trapped, and you're saying that you just want to remove that shame in the family.
You know, I think this,
because obviously maybe most families don't even know that you
are living with the man.
No, you actually contributed that money. And
nobody knows.
First of all, I think when tradition came up with this bride price thing, there was nothing about living with a man, then you and the man coming to pay the bride price. It was never like that. And like I said, let's not mix things. Let's not take modernity and try to mix it up. You know, by the time you live with a man and you want to help him pay your bride price, something is already wrong. If this man goes and all what he has is this 100,000, and you're scared that he's going to take all of it out, if you are capable of helping him pay that bride price, then you should help him after paying the bride price, and then you are his wife, help him along. Okay. Because I don't think it's a matter of love and trust, like you say. There is love, there is trust, but they are just some principles that have to be followed. And I remember our parents always saying, the way you get into a marriage, remember that's how that marriage will be. And I have also witnessed situations where I watch a husband and a wife quarreling, They did this in the secret of their bedroom or in the, covenant of their love. That, okay, give me the money, let me pay. Nobody will know. But guess what? Because for people who are married, they know it's not about love from beginning to end. We have a dry period, and the friendship between you holds you together. You know what this man told his wife? By the way, I never paid your bride price. Remember, it was your money that you used to give your own family. So I owe you nothing. And then I've also witnessed situations where the man's family stands and tells the woman, you paid your bride price. What happened to respect? What happens to your dignity like a woman? And the fact that this bride price is paid is not just about you, the woman. It's also about your family. You are giving respect to your family. That token from the other family to your family, it's a kind of respect. That's why we call it a token. Something that is agreed. It's a kind of respect.
All right. If you have a man at the beginning and the man tells you you're living with a man and you are at the verge of getting married, you need to start traditionally, and he tells you I don't have money, what will you do?
Oh, wait. When you have the money, you pay for it.
They can take a risk.
When you have the money, you pay for it. If that man really
and you're not
wants to
scared that he's going to leave you and go
if
to
he
another
leaves
one's
me,
ready
then
to.
he is not supposed to be my man. If that man wants to get married to me, he is not even going to tell me he has no money to pay for my bride price. That man is going to go out there and look for that money to pay for my bride price. So if you tell me I don't have money to pay for your bride price, I'll say, wait, when you have the money, you pay it. If you leave me, then you were not supposed to be my man. Sometimes we have to step back and look at reality. Let's not look at a picture just like that. Oh, if I don't give this to this man, he will leave me. If that man has to leave you, even if you help him pay that bride price or he pays that bride price, he's going to leave you anyway. So it's, let's try not to be desperate. That's what is killing us these days.
All right.
That's exactly what I am talking about. I said in the beginning that traditionally it is not right. But here I'm trying to face facts. You would agree with me that if you have 100 marriages today, okay, marriages are being celebrated today with couples that have lived maybe for years. I see couples with children, they've lived for years, they've planned their wedding and they're celebrating. There are few cases where I see a man goes to a girl, she's just like that, like from courtship to traditional wedding to, I see most couples I see. And then again, I will cite another example. I have a neighbor, this one I am telling you the truth. They are from the Bamun clan. So this guy went, because there, we are talking about tradition. There's tradition and there's tradition. When we talk of bride price, there's bride price that you can pay even 10 million and you never pay that bride price. I said it here. This guy went into borrowing from his Njangi houses. He went into, I don't know, whatever he did, into selling his properties just to pay the girl's bride price because he wanted to, the family, because he lives here in Douala. Now this thing was happening in the village at Fuman. He took big musicians from here just to go and show up. And when they came back, he was unable, right now even, he's unable to pay house rent. He now lives, if you see the situation in which they live, only the pictures are on the wall. And I would not allow my man to go through that for any reason. That's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying this. He wanted to show the parents that he can pay the bride price. No. When I said...
But is it about that? Is it about that?
He can pay the bride price. He can actually pay.
He can actually pay. But what happens to the girl after the bride price? You suffer. I will not let my man...
So you wanted the woman to do what in that case?
Yeah, I wanted... In that case, let the man go, like I said. Tell the parents' family, your daughter is with me with the knock door stuff, with the small token or the small package for the knock door. Come back with his wife. They will plan that. And I know couples who started like, this girl is selling water. The man sells
we are not disputing that.
No,
we are talking about... No, you are trying to derail from the topic. Because the fact that the man has to go and do knock door and stay with the wife or whatever, we're talking about... Dowry, try to pay. Now I want to see, why is it so rampant today?
First, I would say
why do you think it's so rampant, it's so common today?
Yeah, first I would say desperation. Most women just want to get married. Secondly, there are men out there who just want to use the women who have money. So it's like they can actually have money to pay the bride price. But because they know you make money, they want you to use your money to do it. Or believe me, there are men who are not nice. So that's why I'm saying if a man really wants to get married to you, you will not even know where he gets that bride price. You understand? There are boys out there who just want to get married because other people are getting married, or they want to get married to
They're not ready.
Or yeah, to a certain kind of
You're going to
woman.
react, Laura.
You know, and so you when you talked about taking musicians and going, it's you know, it's like, what is my responsibility? Do I need to go show off in paying this bride price? All these musicians that I'm taking, that was money that you could put together. Tradition is, you know, culture is different from one place to another. And by the time a man goes to pay a woman's bride price, you already understand the culture of the woman. And the way the woman can help, if you have to help, is rather to go behind, talk to your family. Let them try to, maybe if it was high, see if they can reduce it. It's not you taking it out of your pocket. Even if I have millions in my bank account, I will not take out money from my pocket to give a man to go pay my bride price.
Now, Laura, why is it so common today?
That's what I said. First of all, I will say I agree with you. There is desperation, but again, I will not agree with you, because today you will not know if a man is a good man or no. Because today you may see a man and you say, okay, I'm going to take 10 years to discover this man, if he's a good man or not. And after that 10 years, he will still come back to do what he was to do in 2 days. If a man is yours, he is yours. What I'm saying here is how to assist your couple, get you on your seat as a wife, you know. And I did not say, I may assist financially if I have, but if not, I will see a way of not putting him pressure, go and do this, let him take his time.
Right.
The family
Now,
knows
in your own
he's
case,
there.
you're married, right? Did you assist the man in doing that?
Well, in my own case, I'm still at the level of the knock door, and I live with my man, and I know that he is going to pay my bride price, and I was not
But you don't know when
desperate.
you don't know when it's going to happen.
No, if I know, it's not on TV, I'm going to say that. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
No, it's
But
going
obviously,
to
are you going to have him do that?
No, it was in plan before our crisis.
That's what I'm saying. Are you going to help him
crisis.
push that?
I can help him push that in my own way.
You
First
giving
of
your
all,
own money cash to him?
I already help him by, you know, like by accepting to be with him even before the bride price, you know. He only went until he told my parents, I'm with your daughter, whatever he gave, they paid him back with the 100. That's my tradition. Remember I said, there are traditions. I'm talking from my own tradition. They don't put pressure on a man because they know you may pressurize the man and your daughter suffers
10
later.
years before the bride price coming.
Yes, even they can make their children,
issue.
they can even make 4 children and they come to pay. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm from yes.
All right.
Okay, I'm not, believe me, don't take this badly, Laura. I'm
No,
not trying
it's not
to
a
judge
personal
you.
thing.
Yes, it's not personal, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to judge anyone out there. But I will continue saying, when this bride price thing, I can think our forefathers to come out with it. There was nothing like come we stay for you to go and live with a man before the man will come and pay your bride price. You know, because it does not matter how much we do it now in society, it's still wrong.
Okay.
Because that fact that you stay with that man, that's what pushes women now to want to, okay, I'm staying with you, we have children, I don't have a marriage set, I need to get married. So just take this money and do it. You see that desperation fact. If that man really wanted you, believe me, you will not be at that point, and it will not push you that far. So maybe we should face reality in his face.
Okay.
You
All
know.
right. Now, we took the same question on the streets of Yaoundé, Cameroon's political capital. Women as well as men has been reacting. Let's watch. We'll be right back. The bride price, also known as a bride token, is an amount of money or property or wealth paid by the groom or his family to the parents of the bride. Cameroon, the amount of property and wealth a groom pays as bride price depends on the tribe, culture, and the parents of the bride. Should a groom or his family unable to pay the amount requested by the fiancé's parents? Now the question is it proper for the bride to assist her partner in paying the bride price?
I hope a promo yenna huntia or ya what time for Jano Manivia Yambu Amusina Bumpia.
Sawupe Muano Menina Edi Nana Yamini Awakano Nebemo.
We took the team to the streets of Yaoundé, and the women were the first to react. They kicked against the idea of contributing or assisting the men in paying their own bride price.
Not do that. I cannot because the Bible says only the man must give, but the woman must not give. Only the man must give.
It is not normally right for a woman to pay the dowry, because when you are going to somebody's house, it's not you taking yourself out of your parents to that man's house.
The men too were fast to react. They say it's but normal for women to contribute in paying their own bride price, as they see marriage as shared responsibility.
Yeah, I think it's but normal and natural that women should assist men to pay dowries, because women are there saying that they want equality, and that they say what a man can do, a woman can do better. So women should therefore take it upon themselves to pay even the dowry of the man, to go and look for the man, pay for the man's dowry, and get married to the man. So it's very normal and natural, where we are now in a world of equal opportunities and equal rights. So it's a nice thing.
It's necessary, because you might see that your husband is locked up, but when there's that love, why not have your husband so that you pay the dowry and come together? Because I believe that if we're about to build a home, it's not the point of one person. So I believe that if the husband is well to do, okay, but if the wife is the girl is having something, why not have your husband? So I see that to promote the family is necessary.
It depends. You can look at that question on two phases. Where the woman loves her husband or her fiancé, and the two of them really love each other, and then the fiancé doesn't have enough money to pay the dowry. I think for them to at least stay together, if at all the dowry was a problem, the woman should assist. On the other hand, I think it will be unwise for a man to allow the woman to pay the dowry, because paying the dowry for a woman shows that love and that determination for you to be with that.
After opposing the idea, this woman turns to be sympathetic.
If I have the means and my husband doesn't have the means and the love is there, I can assist him to pay my dowry. If I really loved him, if only I have the means and my husband doesn't have the means and the love is there, I might assist.
Ideas are divided. Women, a majority of women who have persisted, have lived in concubinage for a long time, and the hopes of seeing their men paying their dowry died by the day. Most of them told us they had no option but to contribute in paying their own bride price. These, to wipe the shame from the family, they cried out.
Because the Bible says woman shall leave the parents, join the husband, and they become one. Yes, so long as the means is there and you love the husband, you can assist him to build up a future for you and your family.
Baby, you too hot, yo. You too sexy, yo. You know what I'm good. You took my heart away, baby mo. What the why? On your phone, where they are.
Another question of women have often asked others is, what would you do if your man lost his job at the time when he was supposed to settle your bride price? At the same time, some women think that if a man or fiancé cannot afford the bride price, he should stay off from the marriage because the responsibilities of marriage is bigger than the bride price. Welcome back. New faces are here with us, but people, certainly you know them. Maybe you knew them in 2018, but this is 2019. We have Rokia Abane. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Now, how are you today?
I'm good. It's a new year. The air is still very fresh.
Okay.
Optimistic.
But you have goals already?
Everybody has, of course.
Okay. We also have a man. Women are partners to men. We have Elvis Atto. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So this is the first time you're coming to Canal English.
Yes, it's my first time coming
that
to
we are
Canal
here
English.
to talk about issues around women and men as well, because women and men move together. Now,
That's
we're
right.
talking about, should a woman pay her own bride price or assist the man in paying the bride price? Now, after listening to the two other persons, now, do you think women are not like setting their own trap by going to pay the bride price or assisting the man in doing that?
You know, I always say that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. First of all, what's the symbolism of the bride price? It's true that we are in a modern world today with Machiavelli tendencies that families try to enrich themselves through bride price, but generally in the African culture, the bride price was just a symbolic token, a gift to the family, appreciating the fact that they were giving away their daughter to become part of the other family, because it's continuity actually. Families in Africa have always been together, so it was just a symbol.
Okay.
Things have changed. Many other things have changed.
Because that's the question I wanted to ask that before. Yes. Did we have these?
No, that wasn't the case. But things have changed. Men have changed. Men are more greedy. Men want big cars. So family also have changed, and they need some of these things. But I don't think, because I will not do it, pay my own bride price. First of all, is losing my own integrity, my pride, self-esteem, and is also abusing the African traditional values. So I don't see why I should pay my bride price.
Now, what if the man comes around and tells her, okay, please, can you loan me some money? I want to do something very urgent. It's during the period when you have to go and see your parents, and you give the money without knowing the intention. And one day he tells her, but the money you gave me, that was the money I used.
You talked about intention. As long as I'm not aware that is the purpose of the money, I don't see any reason why I'm trapped. So, but the moment I know it's stabbing my parents, it's disgracing my parents, it's also putting to shame the ethnic group or clan I represent, and it's also putting a shame to my daughter that is yet unborn, and the continuity of our African and traditional values. I can't do it.
Why do you think a man would depend on a woman to take money from her and pay the bride price? Now, how do you see that type of man?
I think he's not understood, first of all, what marriage is all about. He's a male, he's not a man. Because you said so many things have changed. In Africa, it was a rite of passage. A man had to be groomed in becoming a man. And my sister said something very beautiful, I think it's Akenji. She said that if a man actually loves you, he won't even know when he will prepare. He will go see his family and say, he will be the desperate one actually. He will be the desperate one. I've seen this lady and I'm afraid that if I don't do this thing fast, another person can come. And his family will assist him. It comes back to a family thing. It's ethnic, it's cultural, it's society, it's community. So like I said, if we want to be Africans, let's be Africans. She said something, do not adulterate. If you're not an African and you don't respect bride price, you can go ahead and sign, do your cut, whatever, but if you want to respect traditional rights, these things will have consequences. First of all, your daughters may do the same thing, and I don't see where they stand, their social status. It's embarrassing, and you play on your psyche as a woman. You will know that this man did not come for me, did not fight to get me. In African culture, sometimes men had to be beaten. Why were you beaten? To prove that I am really serious about this thing I want. So if you can't show the commitment and seriousness,
so the fact that he comes around to ask for money, tell you that, or you give it to him without him asking, because there are men who will not even ask, but the woman gives it.
I can't give him.
Don't you think that the women are the ones encouraging the man to do that? Because the man sits there, he's not saying anything, and the woman comes up and say, okay, my dear, I have some money, can I give so I go and see my family, pay in my bride price?
You know, sometimes I've lost hope, because I always felt that the women has not been educated and empowered enough. But when I listened to my sister Akenji, and she was able to talk about the values of a woman and the cultural symbolism of all these things, I have hope. We should educate our children properly. Everything should suit its context. Is it bride price, traditional marriage? Fine. Now, if you're not ready and you decide to ignore your tradition and values and not to receive the blessings from your ancestors, like what is happening in Africa today, I'm sorry, because it's all of these things that we've lost our cultural values, that is landing us into all the political issues. If we don't go back to the core of our values in our communities and societies, we'll keep having this. I heard some men saying that how can a woman assist you? If she's assisting you in paying bride price, she'll raise the children for you.
Maybe assistance can mean that the woman can help the man raise money. Is that possible? The woman will certainly talk.
The woman has always been the locomotive behind the family. The women have always been active.
Okay.
But when it comes to bride price, it is the time when the man has to show his commitment in bringing this lady in as a partner, just like you said.
Okay.
So it is first of all cultural, it is symbolic, and it's important for your ancestors to give you your blessings. How do your parents feel it's discovered that you pay your bride price?
You think they'll feel bad? Very bad.
They will die of heart attack.
Okay, we have a man, Elvi Sato. Let me welcome you back again. Now, we're talking about a very sensitive issue here. Now, as a man, will you accept money from your wife or fiancé so that you pay the bride price?
First of all, Maureen, when we talk of bride price, for me, I know a bride price is a token that can be the form of money, a form of property, or any form of wealth that is given by the groom or the groom's family to
certainly not from the wife.
It's really stated. Normally they say it's given by the groom or the groom's family to the family of the woman he's to get married to. Okay. So meaning that is something that's coming from the man to the woman's family, or from the man's family to the woman's family. So it's saying that your woman will assist you in paying her bride price is absurd. For me, it's not correct. I'm not saying that they are not doing it today.
You have a lot of friends doing that?
Anyway, I've never heard my friend saying that the wife is assisting him to pay her bride price. There are things that we usually get wrong. I'm not saying that women should not assist their men. If it's a bride price...
Now, when we talk of assistance, what do you mean? When we talk about how should they assist the man in paying that bride price, when we talk of assistance.
I'm just refusing the fact, just denying the fact
that...
I'm just rejecting the fact totally.
In any way
because if
help the man financially, give him money, pay my bride price.
Yes.
You're rejecting that.
My sister Akinji earlier said that normally, according to me, normally when you are paying a bride price, at first you don't live with your woman before paying the bride price. So you are not even supposed to be asking the woman doesn't even supposed to know if you have something or you don't have. Because if a woman assists me in paying her bride price, for me it's just like underlooking on me that I'm not able to. If I'm a man, I'll be able to pay my wife's bride price. But I'm not saying that I can't accept help from my wife to do civil weddings or church weddings.
No, here we're talking about the bride price. This is tradition we're talking about here.
Yeah, the bride price I cannot accept.
So you think there is going to be impact on the marriage
Yeah, for me, I'll
What
be
is
feeling
the impact?
The impact is I'll just be feeling as if I'm not man enough. Or
You think the woman is going to dictate on you, say, okay, I'm the one that paid the bride price, or she's going to...
mostly, you know, women nowadays too. If you accept such things, the woman will not. You yourself in the house, you'll not even be able to talk again.
Okay.
The woman will look down on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of your friends or men who do that?
Men who do that today.
But you know it do exist, right?
Yeah, it exists. There are things that exist. We just say
it's a growing phenomenon.
Now it's a modern time. Let's just put it that way, in quotes, that it's a modern time. It has come in a way that men, they accept such things. But let me tell you, Maureen, they accept such things because of certain circumstances. Let me say the first thing is always the bride price itself. At times you meet a woman that you really love, and you want to ask for the bride price, they start giving you millions. So in that circumstances, some of the men out there, they will not be able to pay. And if their wife are well-to-do, they will say, okay, take. You see, that's one issue that some men accept. And then secondly, as they are living together, the woman will be thinking that, okay, this man, maybe in the future he will not get married to me, although the man is promising, no, I will prepare myself. So the woman is like, oh, this man can make like this and end up not getting married to me. So what should I do? Since he's saying that he doesn't have now, he will prepare, he's preparing, he will just pop up one day and say, no, I have money somewhere, so let me give you, go and do that thing. So because she wants to secure her marriage. So you see, one thing is that's the second aspect, which is the woman putting pressure on the man because she thinks that the man is wasting time and will not end up with her. So the best way is for her to take and take. Since you say you don't have now, I have money, take, go and pay. So
now, how do you think a woman can assist a man, help the man to save that money to pay the bride? Because there are men who don't know how to plan or save money for that purpose. Do you think, or what are the ways that the woman can use? Because not actually giving her own money, but pushing the man to do something.
Yes, if you love your wife.
You don't think it's possible?
No, if you love your wife, if you love your woman.
I can see Rafa is like, she's not just okay with that.
No, the issue is this thing of you taking money from your woman to pay the bride price. I don't just abide to it, because if you need money, you have friends out there. If your friends cannot lend you money to go and do something for your future wife, then it means that you too, the man, you are not serious. The wife may have money. Don't be looking, but on that woman's money at that time, you can borrow from anywhere. You do it. If you borrow and that's all your money that you have and you are in debt, if the woman come into your house and you people are suffering, the woman will help you in your house.
Okay.
Not that
she's going to help you
in paying the bride price. Give you money to go and pay the bride price. Borrow it elsewhere and go and do it.
Okay. Rakia, I can see
I
you're
don't
not
understand
okay.
this issue of pushing the man. Why should you be pushing an adult? A man who knows who he is and what he wants does not need somebody to push him. Is he a baby? If you're not ready for marriage, it's not about an issue of age. And I think I want to go back to what my other sister said, the nurse. In her statements, yes. Because it's also it's good to be realistic with the situations we are living today.
Okay.
As a consultant, I would advise that if people realize that they actually have the intentions to live together, okay, why not give him time to work, raise the money? But it is still very wrong for a woman to even give 1% for her bride price. It's very symbolic.
She can help in the organization to other things, but
of
that's
course,
symbolic.
the bride,
song.
no, you shouldn't do that for whatever reason. And I think women should stop being baby coaches to babies. We women sometimes think we are supposed to be mothers to men. We are not supposed to be mothers. A woman is a wife. She's a helpmate. A woman is supposed to boost the man and bring out the best out of him. You will not pet him and spoil him the way the mom did. You should be able to be realistic, look at him in the eye and tell him, honey, seriously, if you think I'm the person that will stand by you, then you should be able to do what you have to do. You just have to do what you have to do. Okay. You don't say push the man. If a woman starts even, I fear the issue of pushing him. If you have to start being the one to push a man to go ask for your hand in marriage.
You've been in the house with this man. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids.
Why do it in the first
more than
place?
10 years already. He's not making any move.
Why
He's not
will
saying
you do
anything.
that?
I think you should take the move
Why
by
will
saying,
you-
okay, dear,
why
don't
will
you
you
think
do
that
that?
if you start saving some little money
No, we are-
here
we are
and
in
there, you
modern
can help?
times. Single
Or just the
parents-
fact that I give him ideas, you're already pushing him towards that, and he's not
we
going
are
to
in
respect
modern
you.
times. Single parenthood is no longer a taboo. We should be honest. She said something very beautiful. We should accept the times we are in. If you have children and yet it happens, we are not saying it's good because we have sisters. I know your purpose. The greatest vision you have is to educate and empower women. If you find yourself in that situation and you think you're trapped, because usually because you're trapped. 1, 2, 3, you're trapped. But come on, single parenthood is no longer a taboo. You can give these children the best of education, because usually it's what will society say. I have 3 children and I'm not married. Those things don't count anymore. Women, that is where the problem is. Society should stop putting pressure on women, because the men that are the genitals of these children go their way, nobody points fingers at them, and then because the women are ashamed of the situations they jointly got into with men, they are forced to take such measures because they want to secure some image or still fit in the society. My sisters, if you happen to be in a situation like that, you have hands, like you said it. Look for a job, empower yourself. I think that's what you're trying to do. Take care of these children, and then teach your boy child to become a strong man. When he grows up, he sees a woman, he will go after her.
All right.
And
Now,
you take the lady to her parents and pay the bride price.
Now, Ms. Sato, now, if a man is not, what if the man is not financially fit?
for the bride price, financially fit. Anyway, let me first answer this point by saying that bride price is not a purchase of a woman. You don't buy a woman. So it's just a symbolic gesture that you give to the woman's parents, to the family, just reminding them about the debt you owe them, because bringing up their daughter in a way that you saw the daughter, love the daughter, and wants to get married to her, is a debt to the family. So I will start by saying that your parents too, don't give exorbitant bride prices, because that's what scares most of the guys today. So exorbitant bride prices scare the men today.
Like
but
how much?
Those parents,
You have more than $1 million, $2 million?
Yeah, millions.
Millions?
Yeah, millions. Bride prices now, except where I come from. I come from Bafut. Okay. That our own, no matter the educational level of
a
woman, they will just still give a token. In my family, I don't think somebody even gives up to 50,000 francs. They usually take even just 30,000 francs, and
for a
bride price with the oil.
It's just a symbolic sum.
So it's a symbolic sum. So those of us there, we just know that getting married to paying a bride price is nothing. But when I wanted to pay a bride price, for example, other people, let me just don't be taking they give long leaves. You calculate their millions. So if somebody is not well to do and you give that type of a bride price, what it will scare the person away. So there are those circumstances that makes a woman now to see that the man doesn't have, and they will come in now to
assist the man.
Assist the man. So in this case, the tradition or the parents themselves, they are not helping out the situation. You remember that when they give you that symbolic gesture, they take your child into another family. They are already 2 families. So anything that is in your family, the man does it as if it was in his own family. But if I go and you give me exorbitant sums like that, if you have certain things in your family, I will not even,
you abandon the woman, you sell.
Yeah.
That's the end
So
of
if
the
you
story.
sell your child, somebody will pay the heavy sums and will just say, okay, I will not do this again to the family, and then you will not even allow the wife again to be doing certain things like that. So for me, I just think the
but they complain by women. Women are saying that men are like reluctant today in doing that. That's why it's pushing. Women are like more of encouraging men to go and see their parents, because we have some women who are married and even their family if they don't know the man, and the man has never been in the village, or has never even, like, the man can be from the center, he has never been to the northwest region, even see the parents, and so and at one point to the family too is angry with you, that you're like, you have abandoned the family and you're just living with the man, and it's like you're forgotten about the family tradition and everything.
Yeah, if a man takes a woman like that, then that's not a man. The man is not serious, because normal, you are not supposed to just see somebody's child and then get that person's child. And
that's what is happening today.
That's why we are trying to discourage here, that when you do like that, you are just downgrading the woman.
Okay.
And even yourself, why should you take somebody's child and then you are living with, you are giving birth to children, you are unable to pay the bride price until accepting that she should help you? No, don't accept such a thing. If you need something of that nature, if your wife has the money and you know that your wife has the money to give you, don't accept that at that time. Get the money elsewhere and do it. You can come back to the house and then you can still get the money from her and repay back the debt, but don't take it and go ahead.
All right,
with the right price.
You know, I think it's the problem with the will too, because some men don't just want to get committed, and where the women do the wrong thing is they think going to stay with this man will make him reconsider. No. Sometimes you give it too easy to the men, you being there, taking care of him, cooking for him and all of that. If he's responsible enough, he should be able to respect the family you come from. Go to them and then do the right things. He said something very pertinent that I want to tell my fellow sister who talked about the Bamon brother. As a sociologist, I've done many researches. In fact, I'm planning to go to Fumban. In Fumban, you can pay a bride price for 15,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000. So if this Bamon brother is saying that he went to marry a woman and he spent money and he comes back and he's not able to take care of her, then he's not being honest. I'm telling you that you have bride prices for 15,000. You don't ask for gold, you don't ask for all those things.
Now you can make something small, very symbolic.
Yes, that's
you don't need to go out of your budget, but paying the bride price and then just have food. And then, I mean, the important thing is to have the giving value to the wife, to the woman.
And I think we should stop over focusing on the parents asking exorbitant price. Not all families are like that. Today, families are even willing to support their in-laws as long as you show the interest. I think men are gradually feeling that marriage is some kind of trap and they are hooked up, and since they don't want to be committed and they just enjoy the fact that you have a woman around. It's true, sisters, if you're with a man and he's with you for 2-3 years, why are you there? Maureen, it's true. What girls are we raising in the future? Where is our hope? Where are we going to? If he's not making any move, the
woman is just scared that the moment she steps out of that home, another woman just...
What I don't understand, Maureen, we go to the same schools with these guys, we do the same trainings. Why do we have to depend? Why do we have to do that? Not only we embarrass our children, in future they can't even stand up as women, because this thing is about leaving a legacy. What would you want to tell your daughter tomorrow? That I paid my bride price? Will you honestly, when you look at yourself in the mirror, will you want your daughter to know that? Why?
All right, those are the questions we're asking. Now, I want us to look at the impact in the marriage. All this. Now, what is going to be the impact? What are the consequences?
Of a woman supporting for the bride price? The consequences for me...
Because one day she might still be chased away by the man. It's not like
that's what I said earlier. If you accept that, it means you don't value her. For me, that's what. But people will disagree with me. And then, if there's anything that you want to say tomorrow, the first thing is what? Disrespect. I said there will be the first consequence, and the main consequence is disrespect. Okay. There will be disrespect on both sides.
On both sides. Okay.
Yeah. Disrespect, that if a woman helps you to do that, if you talk something harshly to her that you are supposed to do, she will just turn and look at you and say, this is not even a man, somebody who was unable to pay my bride price.
I might even talk to you in public.
Yeah. And The woman will disagree that I will never say such a thing. But the day you make her angry, she will say it in public, that she was the one who helped you. So meaning that you lose your respect. And even her too, for me too, I'll be looking at my wife too, that she's the one who even pushed me, because if she's the one who paid for her dowry. So that's why I said there will be disrespect. If you have problems in your home that you are supposed to solve normally, you will be running your mouth that will be like over affecting the other partner.
Okay, now what's going to be the impact?
For Maureen, I'm going to be very blunt. It's not marriage. So I don't know why I should be talking about impact. It's not marriage in the first place. Traditionally, it's not marriage. If you pay your bride price, you're not married.
If you pay your own bride price,
yes,
taking your own money, give it to the man.
I can't talk about consequences.
Maybe your parents don't even know about that, because it's something that is an agreement between you and the man. And your parents are not even aware that.
The thing is that your parents don't need to know. Now, the relationship you have with your husband at home, he can't respect him. You can't even respect him. And he won't respect you either. He won't respect your family. I promise you, he won't love your children. He will look for a woman that he will conquer. If a man cannot conquer, it means he's not your man. A real man, she said something very beautiful. If the man really loves you, you will not even know. He will not have the courage to tell you he doesn't have money.
Okay.
Because a man always wants to keep that respect, you know, his integrity intact. So we should stop confusing between men and babies. If a man has not been schooled to go through the rites of passage, becoming a man, he behaves like that. But a real man, I'm telling you, I have friends that are men, boys. If he's hungry, he won't tell you. He will go hungry. He will trek from Bonaberry to Bonamusadi. Dear sisters, if a guy comes to you and has the courage to ask for money, he's not a man.
Okay.
Don't trust him.
All right, those are your last words, maybe too. We are running out of time. So very briefly, what are you telling women?
The realities are there. I think we should go back to the context. What is marriage? When we are able to answer all of that, then we realize that you don't need to pay your bride price to keep a man. You wait. It's never too late. When he's ready, he will do what he has to do as a man. If he cannot do it, he's simply not a man.
All right. Your last words to women and men as well.
For the men, please don't confiscate people's children, people's daughters. Just look for a way. If you truly love them, you pay for their bride prices, not depending on them.
Okay, we can also, okay, just continue. You want to say something?
And for the ladies too, don't be desperate to go to that extent of pushing somebody to go and get married to you. Going to that extent of even giving you money to go and pay your bride price.
That's going to be like frustration. Frustrating yourself, family, your children, and everything about you. Now, I want to thank you for honoring our invitation. And to you out there, I want to say thank you for watching. To take another rendezvous same time next week. Goodbye.